So I was minding my own business in India, had some time on my hand, as one does. I open up Instagram, and my entire feed has changed. And it turns out this is a major departure for the app, which is changing social media. So let's put this up there on the screen. Facebook has announced that their new site design will basically exactly copy TikTok on the homepage of your Instagram app. So to try and describe it to you guys, the Reels feature in Instagram now exists as your entire home feed. So you know how people would pick posts and you would scroll through them? That doesn't exist anymore.
Wow.
Now, whenever you want to scroll through something, as Krystal is doing right now,
looking at it right now.
Yeah, you can open it, try and scroll through. What you see is it takes over your entire phone, and keep scrolling. And now you have to go post by post. The thing is, you no longer get to choose whether you're gonna scroll past videos or not. It makes you look at each individual post. It doesn't actually show you the caption all that prominently. And this is a major departure because a lot of people like us not only used to this Instagram, but like this Instagram. And it's caused a lot of consternation, but it does show you that there's a massive war right now for attention, which is that the reason this is happening, per a lot of tech insiders and others I spoke to, is Instagram is just simply getting killed amongst teenagers in time on app. TikTok not only beats them, but beats them by a mile. And the, quote, aged millennials, which apparently we now are, which is sad to admit, are not posting enough in order to keep up with the engagement time, even if you or I may even like the app. And I think it highlights a couple of things. Number one, there is no innovation in social media anymore. The new update to Instagram is to make it the goddamn TikTok.
Right.
Which we did not ask for, nor wanted. And yet, they're forcing you to engage in this because they need us to spend more time on the app so that they can sell more ads, ruining the user experience. The other interesting thing that I thought was highlighted is yesterday, actually, an Instagram product manager, he's since deleted his tweets, but put out a thread where he basically said, listen, millennials, we don't care about you. We only care about teenagers, about acquiring that market share. That's why we did this. And in order for this to work, we need them to acquire more users. Here's a problem, though. According to my Zoomer sources, Instagram is being ruthlessly mocked on TikTok because they're like, this is a shitty TikTok. They're like, we're already here. We don't need this. We were to the extent that we were using it to like post, one photo a month. Apparently, it's very hot for Zoomers right now. They post like one post and they do like 12. They call me a boomer if I post for more than that. I think it's all funny, whatever. We can all have our own thing, but it highlights just the game for attention, the fact that, frankly, TikTok won in the social media wars. I think it exposes something really gross, too, which is that all that ever mattered was time on app. User experience doesn't matter.
No.
It doesn't matter if you like it. I hate the current thing, and they don't care because probably, statistically, they'll force me to spend more time as I'm scrolling.
That's right.
And that's the only thing that these people care about.
That's the only game that matters.
Yeah.
That is the bedrock thing to remember when you are on any of these apps. Your experience of it, they don't care whether you like it or hate it. Yeah. All they care about is whether you are on the app. Why? Because that allows them to collect more of your data. It allows them to serve you more ads. So that's who they're serving, is those advertisers and being able to bundle your data and sell it to third parties. That's the piece that they actually care about. I mean, this is one of the things that came out of the Facebook leaks that actually was, it's not a surprise, but it was interesting to get the details, is they changed some of the functionality of Facebook. And the response to it was people were like, we don't like this. Like, we find this to be a more unpleasant experience. And basically, I think it had to do with they were serving people more sort of like outrageous content and making them feel angry and making them feel hate. But it was keeping them on the app longer. And ultimately, that was all they cared about. They didn't care about the fact that users were saying, I like the app less now than I did before. But they're like, yeah, but you're here longer, aren't you? So that's all we ultimately care about.
It's really sad.
Yeah, it is.
I loved Instagram. I genuinely did. It's always been my favorite social media platform.
It has a nicer vibe than other.
Yeah, it does.
I mean, it's like, Kyle's not on Instagram. Yeah. So when he looks at my comments under, he's like, People are so nice.
Oh yeah, they're super nice.
It's so different
But beyond
from Twitter.
comments, it's fun. Like there's stuff I've curated. There are certain types of people I like to check up on, whatever. Not to mention like your friends. It's interesting, the Kardashians are speaking out, the Kylie Jenner.
Yeah.
Well, the reason this matters is because the last time in 2018 that Kylie said she didn't use Snapchat anymore, they lost $1 billion in value on their stuff.
Wow,
Yeah, so
I forgot about that.
Both Kylie and Kim have come out and trashed the new update. Who knows? I don't think it will work, to be honest, because they can see the data, they need the teens, and that's all they care about. So they've effectively ruined the experience for billions of people.
To your point about how there is no innovation with social media in Silicon Valley, it's just like, oh, this is working, let's copy it. I mean, YouTube's doing the same thing. They're pushing their shorts.
Right.
That's their big push now because, again, they see the way that, TikTok is what's going on with TikTok. So, and we've seen Facebook has gone through several of these iterations. I mean, they're desperate because their user base is just atrophying like people. Crazy. And it's not relevant. It's not cool at all. So if Instagram is dated, Facebook is 10 times more so. So it's kind of a statement on the business model, statement on the way that you have turned into a commodity, statement on the fact that these people who are lauded as like geniuses and innovators and whatever, they're not really, they're just copying what everybody else is doing.
It honestly sucks. Like it's a terrible development. All right, we'll see you guys later.
Cable news is ripping us apart, dividing the country, making it impossible to function as a society, and making it impossible to know just what is true and what is false. But the good news is they are failing and they know it.
That is why we're building something new, a new mainstream, a healthier one, something more trustworthy, something that we are going to need in one of the most pivotal times in American history. We are building up here for the midterms, for the upcoming presidential election, but we need your help. So if you can help us out by becoming a premium member today at breakingpoints.com, we're trying to change America for the better and the entire world.
So what are you waiting for, guys? Go to breakingpoints.com and sign up and help us build a new mainstream.